Do you feel anxious or uncomfortable when it comes to selling? You're not alone. But what if I told you that mastering sales could be the key to unlocking financial abundance and helping more people? Hi, everyone. Welcome to another special episode of Unlocking Miracles, Januji's Guide to Life, Love, and Leadership. Hello, miracle workers. How are you? In this episode, I will be sharing to you how to overcome limiting beliefs about selling and shifting your mindset to build confidence to multiply your income. So, first off, let's tackle some of the limiting beliefs around selling. I don't know if you're into sales, but I have been into sales since time immemorial. Why? Okay, so we have different connotations about sales. Number one, selling is pushy or manipulative. So do you experience this that people are selling to you? Reality is, selling is offering a solution to a problem. So instead of saying selling is pushy or manipulative, reframe it by saying selling is serving, not forcing. Okay. Number two. Number two limiting belief is I'm not a salesperson. Reality, everyone sells something. It could be an idea, a solution, even a lifestyle, or even themselves. They sell themselves for an interview, for a promotion, to increase their value. Even coaches and trainers are selling themselves to companies, to individuals, so that they would get their services, right? So instead of saying, I'm not a salesperson, reframe it by saying sales is about solving problems and adding value. Number three, I don't want to be rejected. Reality is, rejection is part of the process. It's inevitable. And thus, instead of saying, I don't want to be rejected, reframe it by saying, every no brings me closer to a yes. So as I increase or have more no's in my presentations, in my sales, I will soon get a yes. So these are the three main limiting beliefs that we encounter whenever we are into sales. So how did I actually overcome my fear of selling? So 15 years ago, I jumped into entrepreneurship from corporate, coming from a TV network background. I was receiving constant income from TV network due to the work that I do there. And then eventually, when I shifted to becoming an entrepreneur, a business owner, I started approaching people and selling my services, my financial services to them. And the solution to my financial services are actually life insurance products. So this has become my routine as a business owner that I approach people and offer my services, offer my solutions to them. So how did I actually overcome my fear or my limiting beliefs towards selling? It is through preparation and practice. So just like biking, you can never learn how to bike or even drive a car if you're not actually practicing and preparing yourself, right? You cannot read alone and then learn. You need to apply it. So over time, I gain the confidence of selling because I do it often. It becomes second nature to me. And selling is not anymore about manipulating people or making them buy your products. It's allowing them, as me, allowing them to decide for themselves. So I'm just here giving you the options, trying my best to let you see that this is what you want or what you need, and you want to partner with me so that you can achieve whatever goals or dreams you want in life. So that is my quick story about overcoming my fear of selling. And because of that, I am doing this business for already 15 years. And it has actually opened more opportunities for me apart from what I currently am doing. So let's now shift our mindset and see selling as an act of service. So if you're familiar with the five love languages, my primary love language is actually acts of service. So whenever I do serve other people, I feel that I am able to love them more. So let's use that analogy, that acts of service rather than seeing selling. So number one, selling we can equate it to helping. Sales is all about, as mentioned a while ago, solving problems and improving lives. So when you believe in your products or services, you're not just selling. You are actually transforming someone's life. Imagine that. It's more than just selling. It is all about transforming lives. So powerful. And then second, the power of purpose in selling. When you have a bigger purpose in what you do, like when you are able to help more people, you create more impact, right? So it all boils down to the intention. If you have a deeper why into the things that you are doing, then you will be able to sustain it, right? Okay. Number three, money follows value. People pay for solutions. So when you offer value, income naturally follows. A quick story on this. I During the pandemic, I would organize a lot of interviews, interviews with mothers, with fathers, basically for me to practice my interviewing skills, my communication skills, my being a content creator. And I just love and enjoy learning from other people, from their experiences, from the knowledge that they have. And to me, it's natural. It's something that is innate in me. To I'm very passionate about it. So I was surprised that it will soon lead to income opportunities for me. What do I mean by it? So when I started doing online interviews way back during the pandemic, 2020, in year 2023, last quarter of 2023, when I turned 43 years old, a global mentor of mine, reached out to me and offered me an opportunity to become a content creator, an expert consultant in his new project, which is all about helping business owners work less and earn more. And to me, to my surprise, wow, this is a great opportunity for me to launch my career globally. And at the same time, to automate my learnings, like the knowledge that I have, I get to do it online, videos, and then people. So in a way, people will still learn from me even if I'm sleeping. That's something that I really wanted. That even if I'm sleeping, I'm on travel, they get to learn from me through the videos that I create. That's the reason why I also created this podcast, because I cannot be 24 hours, 7 days a week awake and teach people. But if I have videos recorded, you get to watch me anywhere, anytime you like, right? So I don't know if you're watching this on a premiere podcast or a record. That's the beauty of it when you do things like this. And so I am already earning from that platform. Whenever I bring in students to that platform, they subscribe to our platform, they get to learn from me as well as from the other. I think we're around 60 plus coaches, trainers, and expert consultants in there. And we all have specific value that we are bringing into the platform. And we are also bringing in our respective students so that they get to be exposed to the different mentors and coaches there. So real value. And so imagine my practice of doing live interviews, recordings since 2020 brought me to the moment where I am part of a global network of expert consultants, and I am able to share my value and also get to learn from them and earn as well. So that's the beauty of it. Okay, so here are some actionable tips for you to boost confidence in selling. Number one, you need to know your why. As mentioned a while ago, be clear about why you are selling. It's not anymore all about money. Because when you say that I'm selling because of money, it's a very shallow reason. Helping others, it's a valid reason, but it's somehow shallow. So helping others, creating impact, and growing financially can be a more deeper reason for doing sales. Because imagine you cannot get a yes immediately. So if you have a shallow reasoning behind why you're doing selling, then probably on the fifth or sixth no, you will already give up. And you will tell yourself, this is not for me, I quit. But if you are clear with your deepest why, then you will persevere. Second, master your product or service. So you could be selling a tangible product like supplements, beauty products, shoes, bags, clothes, or even houses, cars. So you need to be very clear about the benefits of this product. So sell more of the benefits rather than the features. So always always bear in mind that people buy what they can get from the product or service, not what the company stands for, like their mission vision, if they're number one. They don't care about that. They only care about if your product or service can solve their problems. So remember that confidence grows when you fully believe in what you're offering. So if you fully support and believe your products and services, then it's easier for you to talk about it, share it. They can hear it, they can feel it, they can see it in you if you are confident. And that's something you can actually fake. That's something that you need to master. So, third is practice and role play. I mentioned this a while ago that you need to practice yourself, do role play with somebody, probably a friend, a relative that is willing to listen to you and give feedback to you, or a mentor. Seek for a mentor that will help you practice so that once you go out and talk to prospects or clients, you would really be more confident, and it would sound and feel natural for you. Number four, handle objections with empathy. I often encounter this as people in sales hate objections. But if you shift your mindset that actually, if you encounter objections from prospects, it only means that they are expressing their interest to you and they want to know more about your products and services. They want to clarify things. And if they keep on asking questions, then they are really interested and they want to proceed to getting it. So you have to be able to handle objections with empathy. Listen carefully as to the objection. Throw back the question to them. If they say, I think I don't need that. Then tell them, instead of saying, no, ma'am, you need this. Instead of arguing with your prospect, your client, ask them, why do you think you don't need this right now? When you're able to ask them questions, you are actually in control of the conversation. So when somebody is in control of the conversation, that person is going to win. So if you're allowing your prospects to ask a lot of questions and you're the one answering it, then probably you are not in control of the conversation, thus you will not be able to close the deal. But if you are the one asking questions, so it's in a way a consultative manner, just like a doctor. A doctor asks a lot of questions to us before giving us the prescription, the medicine, right? So that's also what we do. We ask questions so that we will be able to address any doubts, any fears, any worries from our prospects. So, and also it wouldn't sound defensive. We would be able to respond correctly in a manner that we are able to align our solution to the problem of our prospect. And number 5, celebrate small wins. I often encounter this as a challenge for some people. I was able to close a deal, but this is only this amount. No, that's not correct. Even if you think it's a small amount, the fact that you were able to close a deal is a moment for you to celebrate. To celebrate, yes, because you need to ingrain it in your subconscious that if even if you think that this count is small, it's still a win. And you need to build on the momentum of winning. Because if you're already doing a lot of presentations and you're always losing, you're not getting the deals closed, then your confidence level may go down. Your energy may go down. So it's important for you to build the momentum of acknowledging your progress. So imagine you will be able to note if, okay, so my conversion rate is like 10 is to 1. For every 10 sales presentation I do, I am able to close 1 or probably 2 deals. So that's how many percentage, right? So 10, 20% conversion. Then as you become better, improving yourselves, learning new skills on how to really address objections, tackle questions, then you can slowly increase that conversion to probably 30, 40, or even 50% because you are actually talking to the right prospect. You're able to address their concerns and help link your solution to their problem. So I hope that those 5 things, those 5 actionable tips that I shared to you will help you boost your confidence in selling. Now, let's proceed to the bigger picture. How do you embrace sales so that this could actually multiply your income? I encountered one question from one of my followers asking, how do I start having more income when actually I'm not good in sales? So sad to say, sales is one of or the best way for you to multiply your income. What do I mean by this? Because more sales will bring in more impact. When you are able to master the skill of selling and you're comfortable at it, you're actually going to attract more opportunities. Like attracts like. So if you are already good at selling, you'll be able to attract opportunities that can scale up in terms of selling. So if right now you're selling tangible products with very low profit margin, let's say 100 pesos, 200 pesos, 1,000 pesos, then because you're getting good at it, eventually you will land on opportunities that will give you more opportunities to earn more money. So like in my case, I am able to earn 30 to 40% income from my business, my main business. And then when I do what we call affiliate marketing, wherein I do promote other products and services, I also earn from that around 30%, 20 to 30%, depending on the product. So just make sure that whatever you promote, it's really something that is you believe in, you probably use something that is also aligned to your branding, so that your audience or your followers won't be confused. But definitely, when you embrace sales, you will be able to attract more opportunities. Second, it will help you become financially free because an increased income allows you to invest more, save more, and live an abundant life, the lifestyle, abundance lifestyle you've been dreaming of, like probably traveling once or twice a year, or even every quarter or every month, if that's the lifestyle that you want. Donating to charities, supporting individuals for their schooling needs. It's up to you how you want your life to be. And financial freedom is all about having more passive income than your expenses. So it only means that you have businesses or investments that is generating income even if you're not working. They are actually working money at work. Because us, we have active income, man at work. So if you do sales, that's active income. But if you are getting recurring income from the active income that you've done, like in my case, whenever I close a deal, some of my clients, they would pay on an annual basis, a semi-annual, quarterly, or even monthly. So I just talk to them one time, two times, or even up to five times. And then when I close the deal, I am getting recurring income whenever they pay. So that's how actually it works. And as I build it and manage it well, I am able to build my passive income so that I can choose not to work. But I don't intend to retire because my work is very fulfilling. And third is confidence in business. When you're able to develop your sales skills, it actually opens doors in any industry. So just like what I told you a while ago, the story I shared, you are opening doors of opportunities. Like in my case, as a coach, I'm doing this business as a web coach, but I noticed that I am also good at public speaking. So I do a lot of financial wellness talks to different companies and groups. Initially, they are for free, pro bono, and then eventually they see my value and they pay me for the talks that I give already. So that's one income stream. And then eventually I learn how to write and publish books. And so when I'm able to write and publish books, I am able to earn income from the sales of these books. And these books are self-published, meaning I'm the one spending for the printing, editing, layout, and everything that is required. And I have the full control of the book. No, I don't have a share when it comes to the publishing company, wherein they just give royalties, but they're the ones who do the marketing of your book. In this case, I do everything for my book, and then actually leverage on my book as a way to penetrate certain individuals by giving them my book for free so that I am able to establish my brand, my credibility to them through my books. And thus, because of that opportunity, I am able to land on different income generating activities because of that. So I get invited to different um, events because I'm an author, and then they get to know me. And then recently, I embraced the opportunity of coaching people how to write books, write and publish books. So I have developed a course on that so that people who are very interested in writing and publishing books, I get to download my knowledge and mentor and coach them so that they can become coach as well. Um, Nowadays, if you want to learn a skill, there's YouTube University. You can learn it for free. But it's also good if you are willing to invest in a mentor, in a coach, because it's like fast tracking the process. You are able to get the best practices from the coach, and not only that, the mentor and the coach will actually guide you along the way, will call you out if you're not following the roadmap, and will push you if you are already in your comfort zone, and the mentor will push you out of your comfort zone so that you can go into your courage zone. So it's important also to build that confidence in your business, right? Okay, so I've shared a lot about sales, how to embrace it, how to remove all the limiting beliefs around it, and how do you actually maximize the opportunities if you are mastering this skill. So, just to recap the key points, sales is not about manipulation, it's about helping others by offering solutions. And start embracing sales today and watch your income grow as you create more impact. And then, if this episode resonated with you, I hope you could share this to someone who is ready to overcome their fears, and especially about sales, and take their business to the next level. And also, I would love for you to join me in my upcoming webinar. I have a webinar this Saturday, March 22, 8 p.m. It is via Zoom. Registration is for free. All you have to do is just to register. I will be putting in the link in the comment section or the bios of this podcast so that you get to register. And this is all about how to multiply your income. So I'll be sharing to you more insights, ideas on how you can multiply. So if you've learned something from me today, then it's an opportunity for you to connect to me on Saturday. You can ask me live questions there and interact with me. So because this is just a recording, so it's also good to be able to interact with my audience, with my followers every now and then. And attending that webinar is will be an opportunity for you. And also, if you haven't downloaded my book, my latest book, which is called How to Live Your Life Extraordinary. This book has been 13 years in the making. Tama ba? 13 years in the making? Yes, because I started conceptualizing this book year 2023. 2013. So it's been a while, and finally I have had the courage and the time and the energy to put all things together through this book. And I am giving this for free at the moment. So while it's for free, go ahead and grab a copy of it, and eventually, who knows, I might sell this also in the future. So while it's for free, please do get a copy of it. And how to get a copy of it is through my website. So just go to www.coachjanisdelacruz.com. I'll also be putting the link in the description. That's it for this episode. I hope that you were able to find aha moments, key insights with regards to sales, selling, and how you can maximize this skill to bring in more income into your life. And I just can't wait to hear more feedback from you guys. If you feel that this episode has been a blessing to you, feel free to reach out, send this, share this to your friends and family so that they too will be blessed. Cheers and see you in the next episode. If you haven't followed my podcast, please click the follow button as well. And I do appreciate all the support and love that you've been sending. We are already nearing our 100th episode, and I am so much excited as I bring more value to you through the episodes and the sharings of our guests. So hope to see you again in my next episode. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye.